I'm Jimmy with Spinning Grillers. Today we're going to show you how to unpack the Pita Oven. You're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver or a drill. You're also going to need a box cutter or scissors, whatever you have handy. We're also going to use a T5 French that comes with the oven. So here we go. We're going to start taking the bottom screws that are on the front side, the side, and then on both sides and the back, so we can just lift the box right off the oven. Now we just need a hand, somebody to give you a hand to lift them up and put it out of the way. Now this is where the cutter comes in handy. We're gonna disassemble, take all the foam out and take all the shrink wrap off so we can pull the pieces out and put it all together. Now once we take all the packing material out, you're going to find the manual right here on top. So this is your instructions how to put it all together. So now we took all the packing material out. We're going to just pull the parts out. This is the table that goes in the front, so we're not gonna use that for now. This is the last thing. We're gonna put it aside for now. This is the heat shield or the door. We're gonna put it aside as well. These are the legs with the wheels. That's gonna go on the four sides. So you have two and then the other two pieces here. We also have the small disc, some screws, and the big disc. So all these parts are going to go on the oven, but we need at least two guys to lift up the oven so we can put the legs in and tighten all the bolts. Alright, now we're going to move, since we took everything out of the oven, we're going to start taking out the foam boards that are there for protection. Make sure to take them out. These are not part of the oven. Now since we took all the foam boards out, we're going to start assembling the legs. There are two types of legs. We have, I already unpacked these. These have the brakes on them. The brakes go on the front, both front sides of the oven. And now we're just going to unpack the other two. And these are the screws to hold the legs in place, so we'll leave them here for now. So now we're going to take one leg with the brake on it and one without. So we can put the one with the brake on the front and the one without the brake, we'll put it on the back. Now I need some help. Somebody can give me a hand. Now you have to make sure the holes match up when you put the legs in the oven. So you see here it matches up with that, so we can put the screw, go all the way through. Now we're going to go ahead and use the bolts with the nut and the Allen wrench provided in the kit. Put it through. The nut on the inside. Then do the back side. Alright, now that we have the wheels in place, tighten up the bolts and then make sure when you put it down on the ground, lock the front wheel so that when we lift it on the other side, we can put the new wheels in on that side easily. Stop a little bit more. Okay. Now we repeat the same thing as we did on the other side. We put the screws. Now we're going to show you how to put the disc on the oven. Now we have the small disc, the medium size. We have the big disc, and we also have the small disc here. That's held with a bolt and a locking nut. So we take that off and use the disc. Small one, put it in first. Make sure when you cut this to be high up so you don't scratch the coating on the disc itself. Now once we take the packing off, you're going to notice there's two surfaces. One is the brown, one is the Teflon coated, and that's where you want it to be on top. So now I'm going to need some help to put this right on top of the small disc that's already on the shaft. You guys can lift it. So it sits right on flush with the shaft. And you're going to use the big washer with a locking washer and then the 3/4 inch bolt. Now you can use a 3/4 inch ratchet to tighten it in place. You don't have to go crazy, just a little snug so it's not moving. And now we're ready to put the table on. have to unpack it. So now make sure there's two brackets in here, and these are the two for the table, so we're going to unpack them. So now the two brackets, we're going to make sure the clean edge is going to be to the outside and the welding is going to be on the inside. So we're going to put the slide one in here. Same thing, the clean edge on the outside slides in. And then the table just sits on there, and then we're going to use the screws right here. There are 4 screws and 4 washers. I'm going to put the washer inside and then just tighten this screw at the bottom of the table. We're going to use a Phillips head screwdriver. You don't have to over tighten these screws, just enough to hold the table in place so it's not moving. Now that we are done with the table, all we have to do is put the door on and show you how to hook it up to the gas and power. Now this door has an adjustment on both sides. So you can adjust the height of the door from the disc. So if your pita puffs up, you have enough room, or if you're doing naan, or any kind of bread, you can adjust the door to be open wide enough to accommodate for the bread. So now we have it at the highest setting. You can also, these are screws, so you unscrew it. And you can go to the medium size. Or you can go to the lowest setting. Or you can adjust it at the lower setting, which we have here. Alright, so now that we have the table, the disc, the door, everything hooked up, we're going to show you the bag. That's where the back of the oven. You got your half-inch pipe for gas connection. We have them for natural gas, and we also have them propane. You have to look at our website to get the details on that. We also give you a 110 plug. It's a 15 amp just to run the motor to circulate the disc while the oven is running. Alright, now that we hooked up the oven, the power, the gas, everything is set. I'm going to show you how to start it. Now down here we have the panel. We got the burners, the gas burners here. We got the digital igniter, and then we have the speed control. Now this right here, the first one, is going to show you, it's going to be for the front top burner. So I usually take off the door so that you can see the pilot right in there. You have to press in, turn it to the ignition or the igniter position, press the digital ignition for just a couple of seconds until you see the pilot light up. Keep holding it, give it about 5-6 seconds until it catches. Then you can turn it to the high position or to the low position. We also have the second one is going to be for the back burner, top back burner, and this one, the third one, is going to be for the bottom burner, which is under the disc. Again, just use the ignition very sparingly until it lights up the pilot. As for here, we have the speed control. It's an on-off switch, so you turn it on, and then you have the dial to adjust the speed. You can go anywhere from a low setting, which is a half, to all the way to a 10. Usually we use about 1.5 to 2, depending on your recipe for the bread. Also, when you're done heating using the oven, keep the switch on and let the disc rotate until it cools down. And that's after you shut off the gas. Make sure you keep this on for at least 15 minutes so that the disc won't warp, or you won't have any issues with the oven. All right, and now that we're done with the assembly of the pita oven, you can visit our website. We have a larger size, the Pita 48. We also have this size, which is the Pita 30. And then we have a whole list of restaurant equipment that you can buy. Visit our website at spinninggrillers.com.